All right, thank you so much for joining me today. We are here with Mrs. Knight. She is going to give us a short yoga lesson. So let's just jump right in. Thanks for being here, Mrs. Knight.
Thank you for having me. Hi guys, so I'm so glad you are here and we're doing this short practice together. Yoga is one way and mindfulness is a way that I like to stay relaxed and both in my body and in my mind. These are hard times these days, so staying healthy mentally and physically are important. First thing simply with yoga is just to find a comfortable seat. So I'm sitting cross-legged. If you guys were younger, I would call it crisscross applesauce. If this is comfortable for you, go ahead and sit this way. If your knees are up really high or it's not comfortable, try either, I've got a little pillow here or a folded up blanket. I like to sit under a blanket that I folded up to make it a little bit thick, and I put it right underneath my tailbone only. So what that does is it tips your knees below your hips a little bit, and it might bring those knees down a little bit lower. It just might feel more comfortable for you. I'm also on a yoga mat, but you can use a towel or anytime, even just a rug is fine as long as you're not on the hard floor. And lastly, if this isn't comfortable for you either, feel free to just sit on your knees like this, or you're always welcome to put your feet out in front of you, whatever is comfortable for you. And a lot of what we're doing today together as well can be done from your chair. We might even do a chair yoga session later on, but simply being in your chair at your desk, if you have to be there for a long school day, a lot of what we're going to do could be done even from sitting in a chair. So I'm going to sit cross-legged for now. And we always want to focus on our posture, which is, we know is good for us anyway. But in yoga, sitting up straight and tall allows us to take fuller breaths. And a lot of what we do to both relax our body and practice yoga has to do with our breathing. So since we're sitting nicely in our seat, however you're comfortable, think about rooting down into the earth through your bottom, through your tailbone, and then rising up from the rest of your body, from your whole spine, all the way up through the top of your head. Sometimes we say like one little hair or a string was rising from the top of your head and pulling you up to the sky. So we're rooting down into the earth and we're rising up into the sky. And that allows you to have a nice, long, tall spine. It also opens up this whole rib and chest area so we can take nice, big, deep breaths. So find a place for your hands that's comfortable down here in your lap or on your knees, either facing up or facing down. And just take a moment. If it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. And just take a moment to notice that you're breathing. We breathe all day long, and we don't often take time to notice our breath. And that is one of the quickest ways to kind of come out of an anxious or angry or uncomfortable moment. It's just to come back to the breath and notice. I like to say sometimes I'm breathing in, I am breathing out. And again, in yoga, we usually breathe in our nose. So think about taking long, slow, deep breaths in your nose. And this time we can exhale out of our mouth. One more time together, breathing deeply in your nose and out your mouth. Just taking a moment to notice your breath, come back to your breath throughout the day is one of the most important things you can do. And one of my favorite parts of yoga is just coming back to the breath, remembering to be in the moment. Let your eyes gently float open. And again, from our tall seat here, we'll just take a minute to roll our shoulders back. This is one thing you might find yourself doing when you're tense. I hold a lot of like stress in my neck and shoulders. It's not uncommon. That might be something that you feel as well. Just giving a little roll of the shoulders. I can feel mine like sort of and hear them even cricking and cracking as I do that, and get some tension out of your shoulders. And you can dip your ear down to your shoulder on one side, give that side neck a little gentle stretch. Don't push, just let the head kind of droop to one side and to the other. And then on an inhale, go ahead and bring your chin up, look way up to the sky. And on an inhale, bring that chin down to your chest, stretching the back of your neck as well. And again, one thing you can do either quickly from your chair or your seat anytime is to just give your spine a nice stretch. So we're going to do 6 degrees of spinal stretch today. There's 6 different ways your spine can stretch and move, and it makes your body feel energized. but also relaxed. So it's something we can do again from our seat here or from our chair. So first, with our big inhale, let's take our arms out to the side and inhale a big breath in your nose and looking up towards those fingertips. And exhaling, arms wide out to the sides, fingertips come down towards the earth and chin goes to your chest. One more time, big breath, inhale, like you're kind of stretching and yawning and waking up in the morning. And exhaling down. So if you leave one set of fingertips, I call these like spider fingers or tent fingers, leave one hand fingertips on the earth, and we're going to inhale the other side. First up really long and tall, and then we're going to stretch over to the side. If you let those fingers even move out a little bit, you can give yourself some more space. We're stretching this whole side body. So imagine from your fingertips all the way down the outside of your arm, your whole side ribs, and down into that side, the sit bone, like the tailbone on that side is stretching. Good. And then inhaling up, and we'll switch to the other side. So fingertips down on the other hand, reaching way up tall first and stretching the side body on the other side. So if you can imagine your spine is now sort of in a crescent moon shape, we're stretching the side body and stretching the spine in either direction, and inhaling back up. And from here, we're going to crisscross and twist the spine. So we're going to take one hand and crisscross it across the body to the opposite knee. And this hand that's in the air, bring it back behind your tailbone. Again, back in those sort of tent fingers. And we're going to sit up straight and tall first, because I notice that when I go to crisscross my body, I tend to slouch like this. So first sit up straight and tall. And then you're going to go ahead and twist around. So that chin's going to go back around towards the shoulder and the back. And you're twisting from your tailbone up through your belly and your chest, your shoulders, and finally your neck and your chin, all the way up to the crown of your head is twisting to one side. And inhaling here, we can unravel. Hands go up to the top, and we can go ahead and twist to the opposite side. Again, sitting up straight and tall first, twisting around over that shoulder. Remembering to take a big, deep inhale here and exhaling, and you can unravel. So those were 4 different directions. We did side body stretch. We did twisting in either direction. So our spine is now moved side to side. It's twisted. And now we're going to do 2 more directions. So if you'll come to your hands and your knees, we call it tabletop position. I'm going to take that same blanket that I was sitting on and put it under my knees, just in case you're on a harder floor or your knees get sore at any time. So we'll be in this tabletop position, we call it, and our knees will be directly under our hips. Our hands are directly under our shoulders. So just on our hands and knees here. And the other 2 directions our spine is going to stretch. We're going to do what are called cat and cow stretches, very typical, nice stretch yoga poses. So on our inhale, so when we breathe in, we're going to drop that belly down and look up to the sky. So our spine's going to kind of make a smiley face. Inhaling here, this is called a cow pose. Then when you exhale or breathe out, we're going to round our back, bring your chin down to your chest and look back towards your belly button. So now our spine looks like a rainbow, and we're going to exhale here. Again, when you inhale, drop the belly, arching the back, looking out towards the sky. And exhaling, chin to chest, rounding that back, looking back towards your belly button. Do another couple on your own. Big, long, deep breaths in. And full exhales out your nose. One here. And exhaling. And then you can come back down to your seat. This time, bring your legs out in front of you. And we're going to do a forward fold, which is a nice way to kind of counterbalance all the work we just did with our spine. So my legs are out long in front of me. Hands go way up to the sky, and a big inhale again, stretching up. And slowly, slowly, sort of leading with your heart instead of trying to reach with your fingertips. Slowly, slowly lean forward as much as it's comfortable. Never give yourself any pain in the back of your legs, but quite often we're tight in those hamstrings. When you find a place that you're comfortable, just go ahead and let your hands touch your legs wherever they might go. Whether they touch your toes or you're not, your knees are just fine. We're folding forward, inhaling here, Maybe on your exhale, sorry guys, you can have a little deeper fold. Big breath in, long, slow breath out. And then coming back to your comfortable seat, however that might have been. Crisscross legs or on your knees. And we can end with what I call a 3-part breath. We talked the whole time about inhaling and exhaling. This is one way to feel like you've got a full and complete breath. A lot of us breathe up here in our chest, little shallow breaths all day long. We don't even notice it. So anytime you need a fuller breath, especially to relax or just feel a moment of peace, sitting here and just taking your time to get back and comfortable. Hands can be on your knees, or if you'd like, placing one hand here on your belly so you can actually feel that deep breath coming into your belly. Inhaling here into your belly, then up into your chest, and a last breathing way up here into your collarbone, taking a full 3-part breath in, and then exhaling from your collarbone down through your chest and out of your belly. One more time, big 3-part breath, inhaling in your stomach, up through your lungs, your chest, and up to your collarbone, and exhaling in reverse from your collarbone down through your chest and out of your belly. That's one of the quickest ways you can reset your nervous system, relax your mind and your body. Just a quick yoga practice, and remember to come back to your breath.
That felt amazing, Mrs. Knight. Thank you so much for being here today. It is, as you and I are well aware, it is fall of 2020 as we're filming this, and school has just started, which means different things for many of us. I know that Mrs. Knight's children are in a hybrid model school starting the year, and I am in a complete virtual start to the year. So just being able to take these 10 minutes in between classes really gives the body a break from sitting in that computer chair and not twisting and moving. It gives the mind a break and really has good benefits for social emotional well-being, just to bring that awareness back to yourself and to focus on that breathing. It feels amazing. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.